To understand the difference between fate, destiny and karma, we need to understand the concept of the transmigration of souls first. We are souls having planetary experiences. Our real life is in the soul world. Incarnations are planetary adventures that interrupt our eternal life in the soul world. Incarnations involve our souls. Through planetary experiences, the soul gains wisdom, understanding and empathy. Incarnations also temper the soul's self-consciousness and teaches objectivity. Naturally, souls are dreamers. Their awareness is subjective and dreamlike. In the soul world, souls can build castles in the air and nothing can stop their imaginative raves. Incarnation provides souls with a platform, the planet. The planetary platform provides a temporary, objective reality and allows souls to experience and communicate facts and truth, something which is not really the case in the soul world. When the soul incarnates, it enters a so-called soul contract, which governs destiny and fate. This contract stipulates key experiences, like being born into a particular family, key ordeals, relationships, career, and moments of grace. The soul contract provisions work like psychic magnets that attract key experiences and take us to the right place at the right time, or the wrong place at the wrong time. Soul contract provisions are engraved in the body-mind-soul vehicle. Clairvoyants can read these provisions and psychics can sense them, in particular those provisions which are imminent. We can feel our soul contract provisions too. For instance, when we meet a soulmate, we may get a strong sense of fate, or we may feel that we know this person on a deeper level, although we met her for the first time. When I was a child, I watched a documentary about the Middle East. Among other Middle Eastern countries, this documentary mentioned Dubai. At that time, Dubai was just a Bedouin village, but the place interested me for no apparent reason. I looked it up on a world map and tried to find more information, which were scarce at the time. 30 years later, I worked in Dubai for a few years. Dubai was one of my destinies. Have you heard of Aron Ralston? On April 26, 2003, he hiked the Blue John Canyon in southeastern Utah. On the descent, he dislodged a boulder which pinned his right wrist on the side of the canyon wall. After 5 days, he broke his forearm and amputated it with a pocket knife to get free. Now listen to what Aron has to say about that fateful boulder. It's been waiting to come here, right here. I've been moving toward it my entire life. The minute I was born, every breath I've taken, every action has been leading me to this crack on the Earth's surface. An important provision of the soul contract is the heart's desire. The heart's desire is the one thing the soul wants to be and do during its current incarnation, like being an inspiring writer, or a world-class athlete, or an inventor. The purpose of the heart's desire is to level up the soul in a particular field of experience. The pursuit of one's heart's desire takes decades to accomplish. During its creative pursuit, the soul encounters ample adversity and resistance that will temper hitherto undeveloped spheres and faculties of the soul. The heart's desire falls under the destiny category. Destiny and fate are more or less the same thing. The difference is that destiny denotes something we move towards, like the fulfillment of our heart's desire, getting married with a soulmate, or becoming a CEO of a company. What we do on the way towards destiny, or what we do once we reach it, is another matter. Fate, on the other hand, denotes ordeals and challenges we are fated to go through, like an accident, a drug addiction, the loss of a limb, or having our heart broken. Fate also governs the opposite of ordeals, meaning moments of grace, like meeting a mentor or soulmate, or winning in a lottery. Soul contract provisions can also work through affinities. For instance, almost all of the women who played an important role in my life were Aquarians. If we feel that we are cursed in one way or another, we may be dealing with a soul contract provision. Mind that our soul asked for these curses. Embrace them, because they are blessings in disguise. They level up our souls. Having said all this, we need to be careful with the sense of fate. It can mislead us, or we may use it as an excuse to procrastinate. For instance, when we are lazy to deal with adversity or resistance, we may say, "That's fate, there's nothing I can do about it." Carl Jung commented on the fate excuse as follows: when an inner situation is not made conscious, it appears outside of us as fate. Tarot readings can remove this false sense of fate by tracing adversity and resistance back to the querent's weaknesses and inner demons, the inner situation, as Carl called it. That puts the querent in a position to do something about her weaknesses and inner demons. Destiny and fate don't determine our entire life, as the ancient Greeks believed. Think of destinies and fates as bullet points on an incarnation to-do list. What you do in between destinies and moments of fate is up to us. On a side note, when we approach death, our soul contract provisions turn into a bucket list. In particular, when our doctor tells us that our days are numbered, our soul remembers all the things it wanted to do during this incarnation. Karma is different from destiny and fate. Karma is the law of action and response. As you sow, so you reap. What goes around, comes around. There are three types of karma. Physical karma, which is karmic responses to our actions. Mental karma, karmic responses to our thoughts, desires, emotions, feelings, and imaginings. You know this as the law of attraction. And past life karma. Karma from our action is fairly easy to recognize. If we hit a person, that person will hit us back or stab us in the back a week later. If we abuse our girlfriend, she may break up with us. Mind, we also may reap karma from what we fail to do. If we neglect our business or marriage, we may lose them. Past life karma takes on the forms of karmic seeds, which may hatch if the circumstances are right. If they can't hatch, they will wait for the next incarnation. The main purpose of karma is to teach empathy. Karma takes us into situations where we find ourselves at the receiving end of wrongdoings. For instance, if we steal from someone, karma will take us to a situation where someone will steal from us. Experiencing the hurt of loss produces empathy for victims of theft. Next time we face the temptation to steal, we will think twice about it. Mind that karma is really ingenious and patient and efficient, waiting for the precise moment when it can hurt us the deepest. When you get seriously hurt, try to remember when you hurt someone else in a similar way. That way, you may even get a feel for your past life karma. Suffering that leads to empathy is the usual currency with which we pay karma. But there is a higher currency: love. The more we do things in the name of love, the faster we repay outstanding karma. Querents come to tarot readings because they face challenges in the form of adversity or resistance. Psychological tarot readings trace back adversity and resistance to the querent's weaknesses and/or inner demons. Usually, adversity and resistance are karmic responses, but sometimes a querent may experience a fated ordeal, like a divorce or the dark night of the soul. In such cases, the cards may point at fate or destiny, in particular if they are imminent. The tarot reader may pick this up, in particular if she's psychic or clairvoyant. But this isn't fortune telling. The tarot reader reads the soul contract provision, not the future. Let's have a look at some tarot cards that can indicate fate, destiny, and karma. The Justice Karma card may, of course, indicate karma. An inauspicious Justice Karma card may indicate a fated ordeal. The Wheel of Fortune Cycles card may indicate destiny, fate, or karma. The Death Transformation card may indicate fate and karma that leads to a needed transformation. The Temperance or Trial and Temptation card may indicate fated ordeals. The Devil Adversity card indicates adversity, which is unwanted karma, fate, or destiny. An inauspicious Devil Adversity card may indicate blamestorming and/or refusal to deal with adversity. The Tower Awakening card may indicate fated ordeals which awaken us to a repressed or unknown aspect of reality. The Star Revelation card follows the Awakening card. Hence, it may signify the calm time of revelations that follow the upheaval of a fated ordeal. The Moon Evolution card may signify the integration in our body-mind vehicle of new wisdom, understanding and empathy that fated ordeals brought about. The Sun Regeneration card may signify the regeneration that follows ordeals, revelations and integration. The World Skill card may signify the perfection of a particular soul skill and the leveling up of the soul. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Enlightenment Tarot and discovered an inspiration or two. Please help to spread the light with a like and a share. And don't forget to subscribe. Love and light.